here in the Chambers Assembly, Kisumu County Assembly. And before we formally carry out the introduction, let's start with a word of prayer. And let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and county assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of the important trust in this country. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our county and of those whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Thank you so much, honorable members and our visitors. Good morning. This is a committee, a sectorial committee of lands, physical planning, housing, and urban development, which is mandated to interrogate matters pertaining to land, matters pertaining to physical development, matters pertaining to housing and urban development. Let us have a brief introduction, and I'll start from our side. And may I ask the honorable member from the farthest end to start. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Moses Odhiambo Chele. I represent East Kanawidi Ward in Nyando Sub-County. I'm a member of this committee.
Morning. I'm Nancy Matara Ochieng, a nominated MCA, a friend of this committee.
Good morning, everyone. My name is James Were, MCA for Nyalenda B Ward, and a member of the committee. Thank you.
Thank you. We are a total of 9 members. Given that we had a hectic weekend, I believe you understand some of our members are on the way. They will be joining us. We never wanted to keep you waiting as we were waiting for some of our members join. But I'm happy that as per our standing orders that are set in this assembly, we already have the quorum to conduct the business of today. Now, apart from members of the county assembly, we also have the secretariat that is doing some of the work that is done within this committee. Allow me to give them time to introduce themselves. Start with Austin. Fine, I've seen. Thank you, Honor. Thank you, Mr. Kusina. Kusina, you can take a round of introduction of the secretariat.
Thank you, Honorable Chair, Honorable members.
visitors today. Good morning. I'm Nashon Kusina Opanga. I'm the Deputy Clerk of the County Assembly of Kisumu. And with me, I'll do a first introduction of our Secretariat. On my far right is the Committee Clerk to this committee, is Mr. Austin. Attached to this committee also is Wagude, back there. And we have our Senior Sergeant at Arms attached to this committee. And then we have our team for the end from the Hansard team. Thank you very much, Honorable Chair.
Thank you. I'll just go straight to your side. Any of you will take this? Oh, thank you. I didn't realize another member has just arrived. Kindly introduce yourself before I throw it over to the other side. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Honorable Caroline Lawino Par, member of this committee.
Thank you, Chair and honorable members. First and foremost, receive greetings from our EACC CEO, Abdi Mahmoud, who was not able to attend today out of here to leave his and he would have wished to attend himself. My name is David Tor, Director Legal Services and Asset Recovery. I'm accompanied by my colleagues who will introduce us. Thank you, Chair.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members. My name is Jackson Mue. I am the Director in charge of Field Services and Coordination EACC. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Mary Kakuvi, Senior Legal Officer. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Abraham Kimboi. I am the Regional Manager of the Commission based here in Kisumu. Thank you, Chair.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members. My name is Kuntayo Letigicha, a Deputy Director, Ethics and Anti-Corruption. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair and honorable members. I'm Joyce Washira, Senior Administration, EACC. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that part of introduction. And you will now allow me that as some of our members come in, we may not give them time to introduce themselves, but I will introduce them. The one who has just arrived is called Honorable Jennifer Bonyo, member representing Southwest Kisumu Ward. Now, we want to directly go to our agenda of today. As a committee, we are in a receipt of your application that was requesting for a piece of land to set or to establish a regional headquarters. But again, combing on the documents that came from the county government, we realized that this kind of request was made sometimes back in 2014. That is during former Governor Jack Ranguma. And again, it appeared in 2023. There was a year or two earlier, later. We also had the same request that was forwarded to this committee by the city manager, where you were requesting for an institutional house. Again, a letter was brought to our attention that changed the request from institutional house to a parcel of land, and the land in question was mentioned. That is block 11/43. This brings our first concern. Where and at what point and what prompted you to change the request from premises now to land? The committee was so much interested in this and wanted a proper clarification on that. Now, as I was saying, that this is block 11/43. Upon a receipt of this request, the committee found it prudent to pay a visit to this piece of land. Of course, we went as a committee and did a site visit, the piece of land, somewhere near State House. The executive, that is the county government, also approved this allocation. And given this inconsistency, this made the committee raise some eyebrows, and that is why, or this may form some of the reasons that we invited you to give proper clarification. We all understand that the assembly has the mandate either to approve or disapprove request of this nature that has come from county government, if need be. With those few remarks that have just highlighted the main reason why we invited you, I think I'll give you an opportunity to give clarification, upon which I know members of this committee will also have a chance to interrogate and get facts right, so that when we do our report and bring in this floor of the house, it would be either approval or disapproval. Thank you for coming, and the floor is yours.
Chair and honorable members, following the invitation by this committee, we prepared a memoranda which we wish to submit to this committee, and our Director for Field Services will take the members through the memoranda. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Chair and members, we seek your direction to circulate the memorandum, which I'm going to take you and members through. Honorable Chair and honorable members, following the request by the County Assembly to appear before this committee to provide clarification on the matter under issue, we prepared this memorandum, which is signed by our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Abdi Mahmoud. Apart from this memorandum, Mr. Chairman, we have heard you.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, before we proceed, I have a document here which is post-dated. I think it is post-dated, but we have to discuss it today. I'm regarded, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I've indicated, apart from this memorandum, Mr. Chairman, we have carefully listened to you as you provided the background, and our team will be available to provide responses to the various issues of concern which you have raised. Over and above that, Mr. Chairman, we have had a long-standing partnership between the EACC and the county government of Kisumu. With your permission, Mr. Chairman and honorable members, we will also be able to just update you and members on some of the key programs the Commission has been able to undertake within the county government of Kisumu. With that, Mr. Chairman, this is a report by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to the Sectoral Committee on Lands, Fiscal Planning, Housing, and Urban Development of the County Government of Kisumu. By way of introduction, Mr. Chairman, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission is a statutory body established under Section 3 of the Ethics and Corruption Commission Act of 2011, pursuant to the provisions of Article 79 of the Constitution of Kenya. The mandate of the Commission is to combat corruption and economic crimes in Kenya through law enforcement, prevention, public education, and promotion of standards and practices of integrity and ethics. The Commission also derives its mandate, statutory mandate, from a number of statutes, namely the Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act 2003, the Leadership and Integrity Act of 2012, the Public Ethics Act of 2003, and the Bribery Act of 2016, among others. This is a report to the Sectoral Committee on Lands, Fiscal Planning, Housing, and Urban Development. The report is submitted pursuant to a written request by the aforementioned committee by a letter and a reference dated 19th May 2025. I think there's a typo, Mr. Chairman. I seek to correct that to 2025. Background. In execution of its mandate, the Commission has partnered with the County Government of Kisumu and the County Assembly of Kisumu in capacity building on public officers. recovery of public land, and systems audits. The partnership has been of mutual benefit to both entities in enhancing transparency and accountability and strengthening the systems, procedures, and policies of the county government. Pursuant to the provisions of Section 32A of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission Act of 2011, the Commission has powers to acquire, hoard, charge, and dispose of movable and immovable property. Owing to the strategic positioning of Kisumu as the third largest city in Kenya, as well as being the principal city in Western Kenya, the Commission intends to expand its regional office in Kisumu to enhance its service provision to the public. The expansion is key to the realization of the county government of Kisumu mission of transforming the livelihood of our residents through an accountable, efficient, and effective leadership. The expansion of the Commission's presence in the region has been slowed by skyrocketing cost of renting office space. It is for this reason the Commission wrote to the county government of Kisumu by the letter under reference dated the 14th May 2024, requesting to be allocated land to establish its regional office. The Commission is cognizant of the provisions of Article 185 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and Section 93 of the Land Act 2012, which provide that county assemblies are the bodies that receive and approve plans and the policies for the management and exploitation of the county's resources and the development and management of the infrastructure and the institutions, including allocation of public land. It is for this reason this request is submitted before the Kisumu County Assembly for consideration and approval. If the County Assembly considers and approves this request, the Commission will utilize it to build a permanent regional office to serve the people of Kisumu and the environs. The Commission appreciates the cordial relationship it enjoys with the county government and the County Assembly of Kisumu. And the honorable members, before I invite my colleague, just to be able to demonstrate the kind of partnership we have enjoyed between the county government and the EACC, it is important for us to note that the EACC, as I introduced, is a constitutional commission with national mandate. And under Article 6.3 of our Constitution, it requires such bodies to extend services to all the parts of the country so that it can serve all the citizens of this country. With that, Mr. Chairman and honorable members, allow me to invite my colleague, Mr. Director Tor, just to give a highlight of some of the things we have been able to do with the county government of Kisumu, just for purposes of updating the members. With your permission, Mr. Chairman, I can invite Director Legal Services, Mr. David Tor. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Do we have any reaction on what has just been presented?
Yes,
I'll
Chair.
give Honorable Nerea, then Honorable Moses. Thank you.
Chair, from what has been read by the director, I think he's giving only two reasons why we as a county should give them land. He's talking of transforming the livelihoods of the residents of Kisumu through accountable, efficient, and effective leadership. Maybe he'll have to explain why. I think that's why he's inviting. Chair, Nerea Okombo, member representing Manyata Ward, a member of this committee and the Deputy Speaker. Chair, maybe as they give the sequence or knowledge of how they've worked with Kisumu County, they may also need to tell us how many cases have they handled, have been referred to them by the residents of Kisumu County or by this assembly. How have they responded to them? What benefit has their response been to the residents of Kisumu County? they are talking of skyrocketing cost of renting office spaces. Maybe they'll have to tell us. I know EACC is an independent commission, but largely under the national government. We have so many empty spaces occupied by owned by the national government. Why should they rent? Chair, and I just want to know why the need to set up a regional office in Kisumu. Is it something being done countrywide? And how many regional offices have been set up in other counties? Thank you.
Thank you. Hope you are noting those concerns. Thank you. Honorable Moses.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, allow me to begin from where you left when you are giving your summary on the concerns. Chair, one thing which should come clearly is why they changed their mind from requesting premises to now requesting land. And I've heard the Deputy CEO talk of even building a permanent structure. That has never been brought to this assembly. What we have two letters which are contradicting. One, requesting for premises. And they did it in the first regime, and they followed up with a letter which was done in 3rd May 2023, signed by Deputy Chief Executive Officer Abdi A. Mohamed. And that letter was responded to by Mr. Balawanga, allowing or giving the recommendation to occupy one of our premises in the mentioned areas. And the Chair, after realizing that the county government through the city manager are soft to give them premises, I'm not seeing any other correspondence, but the next I'm seeing is changing to requesting for land. So you had asked, Chair, that what made them change their mind from now occupying one of our premises to land? What changed their mind? Is it that we accepted their request too easily, or there's something which emerged thereafter? And the Chair, it is good the officer has given analogy of the intention of the EACC being as serious as we know, and now that Kisumu is the headquarter housing the regional office. Regional office, I want to believe, is Western Kenya. And Chair, Kisumu being the provincial headquarters then has a number of land owned by the national government. I know EACC is an almost independent entity, but they draw the allowances and mandate from the Constitution and governed and sponsored by the national government. In the issue of land, Mr. Chair, we have several pieces of land in this county belonging to the national government and national corporations. Like just adjacent here, we have Postal Corporation land, which is being leased out to private developers and private business communities. Down there, we have several acres of land owned by Kenya Railways. Very, very large, vast of land. And down, we have even, down Kibos, we have Port, Kenya Port, as land there. So why is it just Kisumu as a county to donate this land, not the national government? Yeah, those are my concerns.
Thank you. Before you give a response, I hope you have clearly noted the valid concerns that have been given by the two honorable members. And to add on what you have presented to us here as your memoranda, the second last, I think it's the last paragraph on page 2, where you mentioned that there is this partnership, a mutual partnership between EACC and the county government. When you mention mutual, mutual means it has to come from both sides. As the county government, what benefit have Kisumu County received or gotten from EACC? On the same note, in this floor of this house, there are some recommendations that we have placed to EACC to act upon. Would you be in a position to tell us whether you received this report and what have you done on the report so far? I'm seeing conversations are building up. Okay, well, let me give Honorable Were.
Mine is just a rejoinder, Bwana Chair. Bwana Chair, is it mutual in a manner that it interferes with your work?
One day when we visited a certain forum where matters of affordable housing were being discussed, just off the cuff, somebody asked about affordable housing. How much is affordable? How is affordable? Affordable, you know. So that is exactly what, how affordable is affordable. You see, so that is also what Honorable Were is asking. How is mutual in the relationship to be, between the county government and EACC? I think I was just winding up. I want to remind you of the provision that you gave here, Article 185, that this assembly is mandated to either approve or disapprove the request. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable members, for very informed questions. Our team is going to respond, provide responses to the various questions which have come from the floor. And I will start by dealing with that, the rejoinder which has been given by the last member, that the mutual relationship between the county government of Kisumu and the EACC is not in a manner in which it can affect the independence and work of EACC. And we will shortly even demonstrate that through the kind of work we have been able to do for the county government. Allow me to invite my colleague, Director Legal Service, to be able to demonstrate to the Honorable House some of the benefits which the county government of Kisumu has been able to realize from the work done by the EACC as we continue to answer the other questions. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, our Director Legal Service.
Honorable Chair and members, first and foremost, I wish to say that the EACC established its presence in Kisumu sometimes in 2010 when we opened the first office in Kisumu. We have 11 regional offices throughout the country. When we opened this region in 2010, it was serving a number of counties up to Busia, the further east, Homa Bay, later on we open this. Here I'm happy to say that I was the pioneer person who opened the. And when I came to Kisumu, Taifa Park had picked up. And I instituted the EACC, which led recovery of Taifa Park. Taifa Park, as we see today, residents of this county enjoy, was in the hands of private. And it was through the support of the county government able to that I is a mutual relationship. We've been able to partner with all the 47 counties. The application that is before you, Chair and members, we have done similar applications to water counties. Some have been completed, some are yet to be preparative state as well. We deliberately chose Kisumu County for partnership, knowing that much of the land in Kisumu County is under the hand county. Here, in this partnership, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission is enforcing Chapter 6. It has partnered with the in terms of training the public officers within Kisumu County and its environs on matters ethics and integrity. Chair, when I go to the enforcement arm, EACC has most cases been known on the enforcement angle, but we have full benefit in terms of preventive. I believe it is of this, and I believe it is desire of the county to see to hit county and it is through those engagements we are able to collaborate and to pass the training that is required to assist facilitate the officers to do their roles in a manner that is required under the lead integrity. The chair we've received on occasions reports both from the county government, county assembly, and I wish to highlight a few. There was land reserved for Kisumu water and sanitation, just around Dunga, which was given irregularly to a private individual. And when the county discovered that its land had been grabbed, it is in fact that it is a way leave for water that serves Kisumu. The person went to court to sue Kisumu county government, claiming 200. When the EACC received the report, we were able to join that suit. We pursued the matter, and we were able to recover the land. Therefore, everybody see, even if the password is it, they can attest. Here we are currently pursuing 18 acres piece of land for Kipuya market, which had also been given to a number of individuals. We are pursuing 20-acre piece of land in Milimani, meant for construction of prison staff quarters and offices. We are also pursuing land meant for expansion of Kisumu water treatment plant. In Milimani, You can mention it.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa Chair. The one that we are referring to, first of all, where there is city court. City court previously was a remand prison. But along the way, some portion of it was given to the county government to establish a city court. Recently, the county government wanted to actually refurbish the city court, but it had a challenge because of some grabbing. So the county government approached us, and we are now in a process of ensuring that the structures of the county government in form of the city court are actually realized, so that whatever the county government wants to achieve in terms of enforcement will be achieved. We are also recovering land which was meant for prisons headquarters, Grace Ogot Estate. That was meant for prisons. It had been grabbed and sold to so many Kenyans, unsuspecting Kenyans. We are recovering that land for the benefits of, probably you may look at it like national government, but also the people of Kisumu. The other issue he has mentioned is about Kiwasco, where you are actually the direct beneficiaries, where you are putting up the county assembly offices. All that area, legally speaking now, is under the hands of grabbers. But the EACC and the County Assembly of Kisumu and the county government of Kisumu have moved to court to kick out all those grabbers to ensure that you enjoy the land, you enjoy the offices freely without any interruption. Thank you. I think I can now invite Mr. Todd to continue from where I had reached.
Thank you, Chair and honorable members. And as I continue, it is true there are houses or parcels of land for government, national. There are parcels of land for Kenya Railways. And I wish to say we have recovered parcels of land for Kenya Railways. We have recovered parcels of land for Ministry of Housing, which Ministry of Housing is having residents, public servants who are working in Kisumu County, not segregating with county government or in national. So our plea here, honorable, we came county government first for this, and a clarification has been sought on the issue of why this property. When we initially wrote for ask for this, the county government indicated that they had identified occupied premises, which is right letter 1143. So it is not actually that commission went and identified what it wanted. As to the change of from request for office space to allocation of land, here it was not more beneficial for the commission when it has permanent where it can develop for its to suit its needs. And further, the Office of the Auditor General not allow, because we found the premises had been vandalized, structure that is vandalized. The commission would not be able to put in funds on a property owned. So we requested the county government consider getting a plan. And it is on that premise that there is nothing actually that is untoward. That's the request was made in very good faith. Was not, we did not hand that float the chair. We are alive. The fact that county assembly has mandate to approve. We are pleading to this committee to consider. We have come to you a request to assist the commission to realize its mandate and to put the funds that in support of. We beg to. Thank you. Here you mentioned about, I don't know whether my colleague, if we didn't come because of the, didn't expect all the statistics matters that are to the county, but the ones I have alluded, coverage of parcel of land who are referred to have able that. I don't know whether my colleague, some of them get like the regional. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. As the regional manager, I have the advantage of knowing what the county assembly has requested the commission to deal with. And I wish to report to this committee that we have received quite a number of reports from this assembly for investigations. And even before I deal with that, I should have alluded to the fact that we are also trying to help the county government recover several houses which have been grabbed in, is it block 4, the section. We are also assisting the county government to recover some land which was taken away by ASK in Mamboleo. They have written to us officially so that we would assist them. We are also helping the county government of Kisumu to recover the sewerage area where the treatment plant has been interfered with. And that is what exactly we are calling mutual benefit. It will directly accrue benefits to the people of Kisumu, the city of Kisumu. We have reports of embezzlement of funds by law firms, which we have in our office, law firms who appear to have done business or offered services for the county government of Kisumu. We are investigating and action will be taken. We have reports of embezzlement of funds by the officers within the treasury, the finance department of the county. We are dealing with them and action will be taken. We have reports touching on the city of Kisumu and we are dealing with them. Some of them, probably if you looked at the recent quarterly report, some of those reports are captured there, indicating transmission from EACC to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. So in summary, those are what I can say for now. But all in all, these two institutions, the County Assembly and the EACC, serve the same purpose of oversight. We complement each other. Therefore, there is more reason that the assembly should support what EACC, because we also support what the assembly is doing for the people of Kisumu. Thank you, Mheshimiwa Chair.
Thank you. Before I give back to our honorable members, because I can see some concerns are also coming up. But again, I want to bring to your attention that this is an institution established under the Constitution. And what you have mentioned to us, number of them pertaining to land at Dunga, Kibuye, Milimani, Grace of God, the county assembly officers where the county assembly officers are being built, and the ASK Mambuleo, and the last that my brother has just mentioned. I want to believe that this should be the core mandate of this commission, not actually a mutual benefit that you highlighted in your memo. This is your work. And in fact, if you want to mention, you should have mentioned more than this. This is just a tip of the iceberg. Now, before I give Honorable Nyauke, I saw your hand. Honorable Moses, who has just walked out, mentioned something, but I've not heard you coming very clear. But before you come to the county government of Kisumu seeking for land, did you exhaust some other avenues? Because Honorable Moses his main concern is that the national government has junk of lands that are idle, while county government of Kisumu have limited lands. In fact, we are even buying land in some other places to put up facilities for service delivery. That has not come out very clear. Let me give Tom, get ready, Honorable Tom Nyauke. And you introduce yourself because you came late.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, first I want to say Paul because I'm late for this meeting. My name is Tom Nyauke. I'm a member representing North Nyakach Ward, and I'm actually the Vice Chair of this committee. I had the privilege of listening to Mr. To and the Director Regional. And I've also looked at the letter from the CEO, and I was looking at this third last paragraph of that letter. The question that we had been asking ourselves is to know whether you have dealt with other requests, like requesting for land from the national government, or you came straight to ask for the land from the county government. And from that third paragraph, it has been explained that indeed you must have started requesting for this land from the county government. That is fair enough, because you would still have done the same in any way. Then I'm getting persuaded from second paragraph, which says, if the second last, that is, If the county assembly considers and approves this request, the commission will utilize it to build a permanent regional office to serve the people of Kisumu and the environs. Now, to be persuaded further from that particular paragraph, I wanted to know, to what extent would you want to put this building? Suppose this request is approved. Because I'm looking at it like where I'm seated, I'm trying to imagine like you are trying to put something, an ultra modern building in Kisumu city being the regional office, which we can also make good use of. Because say you make like about a 20-story building, I'm sure the regional office cannot occupy all these 20-story buildings. Is it possible that Kisumu County can also benefit from that structure and say, okay, Kisumu County, we are giving you from 16th floor to 20th floor to house some other offices? I think that paragraph will persuade me to the extent that I will consider what to do. Thank you, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Tom. I just want to give a rejoinder on what Honorable Tom has just said. Because someone mentioned that the EACC have established 11 regional offices in Kenya. Up to what standard are they establishment of proper structures that are built and on which land, that the land that belongs to the EACC or the land that belongs to the county government of that particular area or the lands that belong to the national government, or how this establishment of this 11 regional offices. And on the same, if this report is approved, what kind of structure that you want to put as a regional office? I believe you got me right from the beginning, the concerns that I brought. So, who amongst you is ready with the response?
Yeah, I'll give to Deputy Director Administration, and also wish to quickly add that the establishment is of presence, not of. We have established presence in the, and I did say it has established presence, not constructed buildings. That we have presence. 11 regional offices, including Kisumu. And what I said is that we have been also promised land in some of the counties. And I just like to come to make it.
Thank you, Chair and members. I'll take the questions probably from clarifications from earlier questions. And the Honorable Member who has just left had asked why Kisumu County. I want to take you back to the letter of 2014. That was a general request of all counties, the 47 counties, Kisumu included, to assign or rather to allocate land, Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission for development of offices or establishment of presence. So why Kisumu County? Because we value the partnership of presence of all counties, of our offices in all counties. And as you said, whatever we've been doing is our mandate, which is of benefit to the public. That's why we wanted the presence in all counties. Nonetheless, for Kisumu County, we came back in 2023 requesting for presence as a reminder of the 2014. And we were taken through the processes that we have been taken. It is just a matter of processes being different in each county. I want to clarify that out of the 11 offices in the regions, none is owned by EACC. They are all rental facilities. The one that we have gone very near, what we are doing here, is Kisumu, where we are seated on land that is county, and we are almost at the process of conclusion of getting that land to be mission land. So that is what we have gone very near to owning property that is commission owned from a county, that is Kisumu County. We have, out of this request, we also got commitment, and we have actually now taken possession of land given by Nyandarua County, located in Olkalau. They gave us 1 acre plot, which we have taken possession and fenced. The only item remaining is physical ownership now from NLC, the transfer from the county to the commission. Similar process has taken place in Isiolo County, where we also got a 1.5 acre plot from the county, and the process are also the process has been taken through other processes. It's only Kisumu County that we have seen the seriousness of calling us to come and defend our position. Others we have gone through. We paid for public participation in others. Others have given us free just to fence, and we've only incurred the cost of fencing, but others have just been purely free. Tarakanidhi, we went almost similar process here. The question of why do you want to change from what we had given you earlier to this? Why are you changing from the earlier request? Because when we went to the Rakanidhi, we were taken to Kathwana. Kathwana is the intended headquarters of that county, but currently not fully established. So we discovered what we were given is not ideal. So we requested again to be reallocated another parcel. More similar to the questions coming up here, why did you change from premises land? So we have gone through that in the Rakanidhi, but currently we have an agreement and we have settled at a place that now they have identified and showed us that is the place to establish. Similarly, Machakos County engaged from 2014, revived the process again in 2023 as we did with Kisumu County, and we are currently being shown another plot of 1 acre. So we've been engaging all counties. It is only that the level of engagement has been different, and we are at different stages in all counties that we have engaged. Mandera, because of security reasons, we've not been able to go and identify a facility, but they have a commitment that they are going to give us land. Now, why haven't we engaged other national government in giving us land? There is a uniqueness of EACC in its function. And basically, we like some privacy because of the nature of engagement. The other mandate that we engage freely, the other mandate that require public to feel free to come and make reports. If you gave us a facility that is co-located with the police, probably nobody will ever make a report about the police. Reasons, obvious. So we would like some consideration that when we establish an office, it's an office that when you walk in, you really don't feel threatened by whoever you may be involved in corruption activities and fear that the chairman went to report my matter. So why we chose on requesting a particular facilities is because of the nature of our work. And to me, I think the feeling that we have recognized the county and requested for land is actually something to be very honored, that this county go in history as having taken us through this process, actually granted our request. So I believe I've taken all clarifications that were pending. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, picking from the last remarks that you have given. Don't you think that reason we as an assembly should advise the county government to maybe give you land right away from town? Because you've just mentioned it. It does not come from my mouth. The nature of your work. Because tomorrow, if you establish your headquarters next to the State House, and you understand the restriction that we have on that road, as an individual, as a Kenyan, I may be having some fear, harboring some fear to come to the headquarters because of that kind of environment. So don't you think, as an assembly, we advise the county government to give you land somewhere in Migori or somewhere in Nyakach, where establishment will sit properly for other Kenyans to visit you without fear or maybe favor? Two, you've mentioned public participation, which is also anchored in our constitution. And I believe before you brought this matter to the assembly, because at the point when it is approved at the assembly, public participation should have been done. And you've mentioned very clear that in some places you even funded the public participation. I got you right. And in our case, you are aware public participation should be conducted. Has it been done? This question should be directed to the county government, because they are supposed to conduct public participation. But it is coming into play because you mentioned that as a commission, you have conducted public participation in order to be allocated land somewhere.
Chair, members, let me just clarify on two issues. One is the first one of the location being very far from the public. That was not the intent. The uniqueness is where the public can get access was without so much publicity. So it is not the intention of the commission that we take our services very far from the public just because they don't want to be seen reporting. Otherwise, they will not even make it to report, because people that come for these reports probably are people that may not even have the means. So we want to be as near the public as possible, but also in a discreet manner. Not very discreet, because we still publicize and brand ourselves, but we want to be somewhere unique. That's why I said the consideration for the county land is unique, because at the point of discovering where you want to give us land, you'll have this consideration. Public participation. I mentioned different requests have been treated differently by different counties. In Isiolo, the public participation bit was us funding them to put notices into the various dailies to invite people to comment about that intended allocation. So that is the nature of public participation that we were taken through by Isiolo County. And at the inception of a request, we anticipate that the county assembly and the county government will guide. If this consideration is given, then do we take it now to that level that we fund some publication of telling public what are the opinion about your intention to grant us that space or that land. So there have been different approaches by different counties, and I've said this is a unique one because it is only Kisumu County that we have come to appear and defend. The rest have been through different processes, and we have realized in some, I've already mentioned that some that we have already realized. and the process they took us are totally different. We also appreciate this process because it shows accountability, and we must clarify our request.
Thank you. Members,
Sorry, I had to step out.
yes.
There are issues that I raised earlier. I don't know whether they responded. Like, is it something they are rolling out in all counties? It was answered.
Yeah,
I also asked them to give us an analogy of their work with Kisumu County from inception, that is from the time of devolution. The specific cases they've handled.
Order, Honorable Nerea. Yes.
Chair, I find Honorable Nerea out of order.
Out of
because
seeking to know, Chair,
I think
is not being out of order.
Order, members.
Chair,
Order, members.
honorable member raised concerns, and our guests were ready to answer. Then, out of our own volition, he stepped out. When you step out, assume that every concern you raised was responded to. But you cannot be taking us back and forth just because you must step out. That is very inconsequence.
Order. That matter is closed.
I have a concern, apart from that of Madam Diaz. Chair, the first letter that tended to allocate premises to the EACC was drawn by one Abalawanga. And it raises a lot of eyebrows. Abalawanga accepting very fast, though that is not his direct mandate, that we are ready to give you premises. I want to believe that the guests before us here know that they have several cases about this one Balawanga. Could we have done this just to entice you to drop several cases before your office, because most of these cases are not expedited, other than this one on irregular recruitment. That is the only one you acted on. But there are a number of cases pending before you on this same Balawanga. Could it have been a way of enticing you, and could it have come to you that now that you have several files about me, and with my authority as the city manager, I'm offering you land within the city to erect your offices, so that you go slow on some of these cases pertaining to my name. That is a serious concern, and I want the commission to be clear on that. Because there's only one where I think you are awaiting action from DPP. This is on irregular recruitment of Abalawanga. But the rest are silent. We don't know whether they are dead, whether they are active, or maybe they are still dormant, pending the approval of this parcel of land to the commission. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Moses Ochele. Members, I think when I was giving my remarks, I did mention that there are some reports that had been approved, number of reports that had been approved in the floor of this house, and were consequently transferred to different departments for implementations, especially, and some were pertaining to concerns or matters that should be addressed by the EACC. A number of them, and I think there's a director who mentioned that there are quite a number of reports that they're still also working on. Given that Honorable Moses has mentioned one particular one, which is also in the public domain, where a number of Kisumu citizen or residents running up and down, chasing that personality. Is it in order that this request was hastily fast-tracked to give a cover-up, as mentioned by Honorable Chele? I want to clear that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Allow me to be very blunt. The letter by the officer wrote that letter is not an inducement. Not an inducement. And I don't think he has powers as an officer to allocate land belonging to the county government. Powers are with him. He may have been acting by virtue of his office, write a letter, as we do not know how letters are responded to another government agency or a county government. So I wish to state categorically that there is no negotiation privately with any person with a view to compromising the mandate of the commission. And I think the honorable member said it's the mutual benefit meant to compromise the student. And we answered in the affirmative that no. So there is nothing like that. I wish to confirm to this house.
Thank you. Any other concern from the members? Yes, Honorable Tom. What is it, Honorable Chele? You are not satisfied. Where exactly are you not satisfied? He has mentioned that it is not an inducement.
Yeah, Chair, that is true. And even you in that position, you will. So I expected more than that. It is not an inducement. That could be true. And for us to be convinced that the letter which was done by Abalawanga is not an inducement, then they should link it to the files before them. What is the position of these files, so that we raise this notion that Abalawanga is kind of inducing them to sit on the files. What is the position of the files before you pertaining to this one individual called Abalawanga? Thank you.
Chair, with a lot of respect and humility, with a lot of respect and humility, Chair and honorable members, in matters still under active investigation, we do request that they be left to be investigated, because any disclosure of any information may prejudice those investigations. We beg to members and honorable to understand.
Thank you. That is noted. Yes, Honorable, I've noticed Honorable Oiko, but before Oiko you speak, let me give Honorable. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, first I appreciate the coming of these officers here. We are both learning, and at the end of the day, we will see how to help each other. Now, there is one question that I asked, but from his submission, in fact, is just going to the right direction so that this question will now be answered. There's a time I visited a friend at Integrity Center, and the people who know me getting in later called me if I had been summoned to go there. The Chair, what I mean is, this office that they are trying to establish here, as much as I know, should not be a stigmatizing office. As you did allude that it should be somewhere in Nyakach or somewhere hidden, so that when people see you driving there, they know you are going to answer some questions. I think it should be, my question I think would have been, is carrying some sense in that the type or the kind of building that you are intending to build, are you only putting it exclusively for EACC, or it is a building that will also can also help us as a county, because we also lack several places. We have, even right now, we have got our offices scattered everywhere. But if you can come with your funds and put up a serious building, then we put a request to you that can you give us 10 floors of these offices to use, so that even the people visiting your offices do not seem to be coming for questions. They are mingling up with those people who are coming to work in and out. I think from this direction, this is why we are now considering, even in the Department of Health, the mental health hospitals are now being included in some parts, so that if you go to Mathare, you don't just seem to be mad when you go to Mathare. That is my direction. I still feel that I need to know the extent of this building that you are intending to put. I hope I'll get that answer. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I'm asking that we be orderly in our discussion and we restrict ourselves to the content. Then we shall deserve the risk. The matter of Abalawanga, that is, I hope it could have been raised if it was necessary to be raised. And that matters of Abalawanga being raised here.
Order, Honorable. I think I had rested that case.
Time.
Order.
So
Order.
I leave the matter of Abalawanga.
Proceed then.
Chair, when I look at the content of this file, a request was made by Ethics and was responded to by a Mr. Balawanga. And Mr. Balawanga is indicating here that he got authority from the government to respond. What they discovered later was that they were being asked for a premise, not land. And the county secretary clarified that they should put it clearly that they want land to build their office. So that is what we should address. And I'm also seeing another letter here responded by the office. Why don't we just confine ourselves? Is Kisumu County government ready? Give this government institution land to build their office. And then it's a law, a very relevant and instant, which to me, I think there's nothing wrong in case Kisumu County government has a land, which they had indicated in their first letter that there's a building they were offering. And it be clear that this building has enough space that will impress the government institution to put up their offices. And then the matter comes.
Thank you. We've heard you. We've heard you sound and clear, Honorable.
What I've said.
Honorable Moses, address the chair.
Chair, what I've said, they were offered a premise, a building on a land.
Honorable Oiko, I said we've heard you sound and clear. Thank you. Any other concern?
Chair.
Yes, Honorable Nerea.
Chair, it is also good to learn from our colleagues that our spectacles.
Thank you. We, as a committee, will have another meeting to deliberate on the outcomes of today's meeting. Of course, that is going to inform us on whether the report that we will bring in this house will be a report to approve Are these afterthoughts? Okay, fine. Go.
Chair, on a light touch, supposedly that land is availed to the commission. Will they be paying rates? But be of it, if they be paying rates, then I will not move to part B. If they will not be paying, will they change the parcel number in the name of the commission? Thank you.
Thank you. That is obvious. Land rates you must pay. He mentioned that if rates will be paid, then he's not moving to the next question. Of course, now the next question has now died natural death. Now,
Is the intent of the question. Chair, if you go to Honorable Ochele.
I am coming to that.
Thank you.
Now, just as I was mentioning, that the team here is going to do a report of either to approve the request or to disapprove the request. That report will be brought here. Today you see there are hardly 10. But when that report will be brought here, we will have a total of 47 members to be convinced on how and why we either approved or disapproved the report. What the 47 members will do is to debate on the report and either to adopt in approval or in disapproval way. Now, being the chair, I will move that motion. I want, before you leave this house, I want you to give the committee or to give me on behalf of the committee maybe one tangible reason which I will use to convince all the 47 members to approve this report. Something that is evidently enough that if mentioned to members, they will say, this is a good move, and we as a house, we support approval of the lease to EACC. I hope I'm very clear. Thank you. And on the same, I believe the reason must be pregnant and how do you call it? Beneficial to Kisumu County as a whole. We, as an assembly, tomorrow we want to walk with our head high because we will have done something that will benefit the Kisumu County resident in entirety. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members, for the comments which you have made on this particular matter. A number of issues have come up, including what, Mr. Chairman, you have just brought up. But just probably before I mention that, it has consistently been raised by the Honorable Member on whether after this building is done, whether it could be a building. He has given an example of a 20-story building, whether it could be available even for use by other government bodies. As a matter of practice, like my colleague director has indicated, currently all our 11 regional offices are in rented premises. In these rented premises, more than 90% of them are actually sharing office space with other organizations. And therefore, the issue of stigma does not arise because the current practice, even where we have rented, we have, including in Kisumu here, where we have our office now for the Central Nyanza Regional Office, which is covering 3 counties of Kisumu, Yaya. All these offices are within buildings where there are other organizations. And therefore, it would mean if this assembly finds favor in the request and grants an approval, then it means we will move to the next stage. Remember, the background has been laid that we did a request to all the county governments which were hosting our regional offices. As you know, honorable members and chair, EACC as a constitutional commission is fully funded from the consolidated fund. And therefore, it means once we secure facilities for construction of these offices, then we'll move to the next process of budgeting. We'll move to the next process of budgeting, as it is usually the practice. And at that level, depending on the resources which will be available, that will also determine the size of structure which EACC will be able to put up as a regional office. Assuming there was sufficient resources to be able to put up a facility which will be bigger than our operations, then I do believe, because it is a facility which will have been constructed using public funds, then it will also be available for use. It is not expected that we will have indoor space. What are some of the very direct benefits to the county government of Kisumu? If this approval is granted and we were to construct this building in Kisumu, number one, the building will have to comply with all development codes of the county government of Kisumu. All the necessary approvals now for building will be sought from the county government. All the applicable levies which apply to construction of buildings, again, will apply. All the rates which are applicable for tenants of the county will also apply, because that is the practice. Because even back in our headquarters in Nairobi, those rates still apply. They still apply. And therefore, there would be nothing unique. If we were to construct this building in Kisumu, it is expected even the labor will come from Kisumu. It is expected there will be very direct benefits which will accrue to the very immediate residents of Kisumu in the project phase. It is expected that. Then after implementation of the facility, it's expected those applicable rates and services will continue to apply, which will be a direct benefit to the county government. Honorable Chair and members, I see this as a strategic decision for the county assembly. Number one, your sole responsibility, very important responsibility, over and above representation. It will be possible to have the presence of the commission within your area, which will enhance your oversight role by collaboration between the assembly and the EACC. It has already been demonstrated what the commission has already been able to do with the county government. The commission in its asset recovery mandate, when assets are recovered for public body, the commission does not own them. If they are landed property, they are restituted back to the organizations for which they were taken. And that has already been done. And therefore, there will be benefit. There will be benefit to this county government if EACC establishes its regional office. Remember, the regional office is not just serving Kisumu. It is serving Siaya. It is serving Vihiga. All these will be done from Kisumu. In all these operations, the officers of the EACC who will be serving that regional office will be residents of Kisumu. They will stay houses of residents of Kisumu. They will spend within Kisumu County. There are many benefits, Mr. Chairman. In all our presentations, we have endeavored to demonstrate the benefit. But ultimately, the reason why we are here to seek collaboration with the county government of Kisumu to assist sister government department, the EACC, to establish regional office in Kisumu. This is an office which will serve all residents. It will outlive us, just like the premises we are currently using. Even here, the assembly, they were done years back. They have continued to serve. Use of those premises can change from time to time. But the most important thing, they have remained available. Great service for Kisumu. Thank you, Honorable Chair and members.
We are at the verge of almost closing the meeting. I'm seeing Honorable Reyes and is up. I believe this is going to be the last concern from honorable members.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, we are all alive to the fact that currently Kisumu County, that is through Holo Kombewa municipality, is in a tussle with the national government over land that is solely ours as a county, that temporarily housed the office of the chief. They invited the office of the DCC. Currently, the Kombewa Law Court sits there. And when our officers, the chairperson of the whole of Kombewa municipality, wanted to put a place to house that, the office of the municipality, our people were chased. They sent armed police officers to send them away. What guarantee is EACC giving as a county that they will not turn and now start fighting us over a land that we are leasing to them? We must be very scared a little, Honorable Chair, that we invite them or give them a space to host them, then they take it by force from us and chase away our people using police officers who are from the national government. So it is another forceful acquisition, indirect forceful acquisition by the national government. Chair, if they can give us that guarantee, and if the sublease will be done, do they commit to have it clearly indicated that they will not, by force or in any other way, come back to grab our land just as their counterparts are doing it in Kombewa? Thank you.
Thank you. It is true a concern, and somebody from the legal department is within the EACC. This is a concern that we came across when the county government wanted to put up a structure that is the headquarters of Akombewa Body municipality. Apparently, the land belongs or is registered under county government, but 3 entities are there. There is a CDF office, there is the administration headquarters, and then the county government is also sitting there. But now when the county government wanted to put up this structure, the administration that is from the national government refused. And this is, I think, what Honorable Nerea is bringing to play. Maybe today we approve your request, then tomorrow something else happens again. I don't know, but I believe that when agreements are put in place, it will be very clear in black and white. Okay? Thank you. I think we Honorable Okoyo, why are your eyes bulging out?
Mr. Chair, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Chair, I just want to introduce myself to our guests, but because I'm late, I wouldn't know what to discuss. I just wanted to inform our guests that we are a bit pessimistic on this because of reasons I think my colleagues have brought forward. And I believe if it is approved that we lease them a portion of land, it will not make them soften their turn on their role towards officers of county government, Mr. Chair. Because as they have said, our role majorly is to oversight. And we do oversight to the executive. And because they requested or they made their request to the executive, this will not make them soft to the executive because county government of Kisumu have leased them land. We really need them to do their mandate on the county government of Kisumu, so as we can also be seen that our role as oversight is done.
Thank you.
I was just raising that, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable.
Chair, suppose the request is not granted, and I didn't get them come clear on seeking other avenues or getting land, mostly from the national government. Suppose the request is not granted, will they consider this option of going to the mother landowner, the national government? Because I think they are very silent on requesting land from that end.
Thank you. I think Honorable Okoyo, thanks for your remark. The matter that you've brought had already been discussed. I want to thank you for coming late. And the next time I want to thank you for, I believe you will come at the right time. It is okay. It's okay. In fact, I had already mentioned that because of the hectic weekend we had as politicians, a number of you will come late, and you are one of them who have come late. I think this meeting is coming to an end, and may I thank you for honoring the invitation. And this has made us have one-on-one conversation with you. And I believe now from what we are going to do as a committee, we'll be quite informed. But again, before I close the meeting, let me give Deputy Speaker a minute to say something. Thank you. Oh, Deputy Clerk, sorry.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. I want to give my short remarks on behalf of the Office of the Clerk. First of all, I want to thank our team from the EACC for honoring our invitation. You know, we don't always have to go to the way of summons, because you can imagine, Honorable Chair, where we've invited the EACC, they have not come, so we have to issue summons to them, and you know, it becomes very tricky, you know, the Office of the Clerk. Otherwise, thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Two, there's a matter which has come up, and I think we will be doing mapping of our stakeholders so that we can able to also take this matter for public participation to get the feel of the relevant stakeholders, what they'll be able to give a feedback on the matter, especially in line with Article 10, Article 118, 184, and 196. So once we get this feedback from the public and especially the stakeholder who will have mapped, then I think we should be able to get an informed position that can now give a direction towards the committee's final report. Otherwise, thank you very much on behalf of the Secretariat.
Thank you once again. And I believe now that if the meeting is adjourned, it will be in good faith. Unless you have maybe a parting shot.
We wish not to leave without saying thank you for having invited us and listening to us. We would remain to await your decision and look forward to positive decision. And we will continue to collaborate with county government, or generally the county government. We'll always be there to do what you require. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. Sergeant Atam, will you usher them out? And the meeting stands adjourned. Thank you.